Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Hi everybody from Cuzco.
Good morning.
We're just here, we just finished all of our practices and we're about to have an amazing breakfast, but we wanted to take a moment to say hello to everybody and check in and say hi.
Yeah, we're staying in a really incredible the home, the guest house of a very humble family which has invited us in, and so we're staying in their guest house, and we're in about 15 minutes from the center of Cusco, and there's this beautiful little garden here, and one of the biggest things that we've been talking about is how incredible the food is here.
It's so rich in nutrients and in life force. It's completely different than... The only thing that could come close to this is eating locally from a really good farmer's market. But other than that, even organic, you can't get anywhere close to what this is like. And it's amazing. And the moment that your body receives the nutrients, which is almost immediately, it's like, whoa, what was that? Like,
Yeah.
I've been wanting that for so long. Thank you for giving it to me.
Yeah.
So it's been really very healing physically to be eating better foods.
And the flavors are much more full of life and vibrant, and after a meal we just feel really satisfied, and there's a quality of energy and life force that is in this food that in the United States it's a lot of times lacking. It's naturally here, organic and seasonal, and they don't use pesticides because it just costs money, and they don't do that. It's just very simple. The people grow it and they bring it to the market and sell it, and it's extremely fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to a permaculture little class workshop a couple weeks ago in Delaware, and they talked about how the soil becomes depleted because of the modern agriculture, the farming methods. And the soil is depleted of nutrients, of minerals, of vitamins. And then the food that we grow is also depleted of the minerals, the vitamins, the nutrients in it. And one way that they add minerals back is they take rock dust and sprinkle it throughout the soil to add the concentrated minerals back in, because rock is just calcified, it's concentrated minerals.
Mm-hmm.
We're living here, Cusco, it's a natural re-mineralization going on because we're surrounded by mountains. The soil is incredibly rich and full of life, and so the food is also just very, very full of life, minerals, nutrients, and vibrance.
And we're people that always eat healthy, so it's just, I hear so many people about eating more vegetables and eating more fruit and all these things and making these changes to try to eat more healthy, but it's not necessarily, it's quality. Quality is more important than just eating vegetables or fruit, because you have to get foods that are rich in all the minerals that Rambuchi Singh was talking about. Otherwise it's just empty food and your body's not receiving any nourishment from it. And you might as well just drink air, and probably air would be more nourishing to you than some of these foods, because they're really lacking in things that the body needs to be healthy and to thrive. And again, it's only been a couple of days of eating this way, but we could feel it in a really real way. And it just reinforced in us how important good quality food is to have overall health. If that's lacking, then it's really challenging for you to be physically healthy, because you're just deprived, you're starved of very essential nutrients that the body needs to thrive. And yes, you could take supplements, and yes, you could take all these things, but why would you have to do that if you could just eat what Mother Earth provides you so perfectly and so beautifully? You don't have to depend on pills for your body to be healthy.
I was meditating on this morning. We usually do a crystal meditation in the morning, and today I just put my hands on the earth, and that was the meditation. And feeling that love, that energy, that life force from the earth. This is just the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And then the food that comes out of the earth is full of that same energy. There's nothing but love coming to us.
Mm-hmm.
And the food that we receive in the more advanced countries and cultures have been so processed and handled by so many hands. Even the most organic foods have traveled thousands of miles oftentimes. They've traveled across the country or maybe different parts of the world from a state that's not really ripe to get to you. And then again, a lot of times it's just farmed in a way that it's lacking in nutrients. So you're receiving something many times removed from what Mother Earth is trying to give us. And if we can just receive it in that state, it brings such a life and such a fullness that it's indescribable and it's not understandable with the mind. It's only something that you can really experience. It's the embodiment of the quality of love that the earth is all about, that this whole experience is all about. And yet we've gone so far away from it, we feel diseased and fragmented and broken and all of these things, but it's because we've cut ourselves away from our roots.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I mean, I had a very similar experience this morning. I started meditating on our mat with the crystal, and then as soon as he got off the mat, I got off the mat, and it was so healing in a way that many other things that we do don't even come close to it. It's just being able to connect to the earth, which is what we come from. It's a part of us. We're part of it. There's undying connection that when we're deprived of that, we literally feel like a very essential part of us, a very essential limb even, is completely missing. So even just to take the moment to connect to the earth is so incredibly healing, because the most, whether it's primal or whether it's spiritual part of us, just needs that.
Hola.
Hola.
Nos vemos.
Ciao.
Ciao, que tengas buen día. So it's just, again, such a necessary reminder to us, and this is why we're sharing it with you too, is because that's how it is. And in the States, especially in the winter time, there's a lot more going on. My body's not as healthy, my emotions are not as balanced, and all these things are off balance and fragmented because that very essential connection is missing. And a lot of us live our lives in that way. We choose to stay indoors watching TV versus going out on a beautiful day and just connecting to the earth and going for a walk or going for a hike. But we're literally doing such a great disservice to ourselves in that way. So now that the weather's getting warmer, please get
Go
out.
outside. And please go to your farmers markets and get real food. Get food grown by the farmers themselves. They've touched very few hands. They've traveled relatively short distance to get to you, and they're much more fresh than you can find at the grocery store. I was just in awe. I don't know if you can see by the color of the tomatoes. The tomatoes were just incredible looking. The avocados are the most rich and delicious you can imagine. You can't compare the bananas at all. We have 3 different types in our salad today. The garlic. We each have a list of our top 4. Top 3. Okay, our top 3 foods since coming here and everything that we've tried so far. Our top 3 foods.
So for me, it's the avocado, the bananas, and the pears. Now I must say, I have never liked pears in the United States. There's no way that you could get me to eat a pear because I don't like it. And I made him something yesterday and I tried a piece of it and I was just like, wow, what's this? And it's just incredible. It's amazing. And yours?
My favorites are, there's the avocado, the garlic. What was my other one? No, it wasn't banana. There's some other. Chamoy. No, it wasn't.
It was banana.
It wasn't banana. Well, I'll tell you, we had a list of 10 after the top 3. Bread was also on our top because it is full of nutrients. Like the bread is so full of life. And in many ancient scriptures and the ancestors, they talk about bread being a very
The corn.
Oh, the corn. The corn was my number 1. Corn was number 1. How did I forget corn? We don't have it this morning, but corn was my number 1. I would say avocado and garlic are tied because the garlic is also, you can't compare that with the States. Even the smell tastes more than the taste in the United States.
Yeah.
You understand? You smell it, you'll get more of the essence of garlic than you would if you ate a whole clove raw.
Yep.
That is the potency of the garlic.
Yep. I made something yesterday with just 4 tiny cloves of garlic. And to get it to smell like that, not to smell like that, to taste like that in the United States, I would have used half a head of garlic, if not more. So,
Yeah.
just again, we're just trying to illustrate to you the importance of eating food that comes from really good quality soil and is as local as possible, because the more nutrient dense it is, also the flavors are more heightened, and it's just an overall better experience for your body, because you'll be eating and your body's satisfied from the nutrients, and then you're also satisfied from the flavors, and you're not searching for anything after the meal because you feel like you still need something, like, oh, I still need a piece of this or I still need a piece of that, and you'll eat as much as your body needs. You're not going to overstuff yourself, and it's the most conducive to better health.
And you don't need flavorings, additives, salts, whatever, because it's so rich and the flavors are balanced. Like Ram Krishan Kaur was saying, you'll have a piece of whatever it is, whether it's anything from a piece of tomato to a cucumber. They have a balance of the flavors, so you're satisfied. Your palate is satisfied because it has a little bit of each of the flavors. It's not overly sweet without any of the other flavors in it. Even the fruits have a little bit of these flavors. And we had spinach yesterday, and I was saying how, wow, the greens that we're eating are they're full of, you can taste the salts. Just from, really, you can taste the salts. Not just a little bit, you can intuit that there might be a little salty flavor. It's like, wow, that is like a salty flavor. So we're just really excited to share with you about the life force, the prana, the quality of life that is coming through just the food, of food that's grown in a place where it's grown well, and we're getting it right from the source.
Yep. So if you get anything out of this, go try to find a good local farmers market. If you don't have that, then look into CSAs. You could just Google CSA and try to partner up with one of those. Those are different farmers who will deliver boxes of produce to you, and it's not expensive. Look into that, and if you feel inspired, start looking into a local community garden if you don't have space in your own home, and see about growing your own food, and just watch how that transforms your life.
And I'm sure we'll be sharing more about this throughout our stay. So videos will be whenever they come, sort of like popcorn. When we're inspired, pop. I'll have another video.
Great. So have a beautiful day, everybody. Get outside if it's warm, please. Get outside, go connect with the tree, put your hands on the ground, do whatever you can, not on concrete, on the earth, and yeah, enjoy the day.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.